What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Rod. I'm back, man, with another reaction. We got Trenches News denies being in fear for his life or witness protection for being in duck paperwork. Now, I was going to react to the other video of him saying that man was in witness protection, but then this video came out after it. So we finna see what my boy Truth Teller talking about. And once again, bro, I appreciate y'all boys for going crazy on these videos lately, bro. I really appreciate that shit, bro.
Trenches News back on the internet. He not in witness protection. He not running from the blah 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 blah. None of that.
I was gonna react to the Trenches News video too. Y'all boys tell me if y'all want to see that.
Right. He said the internet better stop playing with him. He said the internet boring, like he's just the man of the internet. And
he did look pretty calm in the video. Like I looked at it and hovered over it. You know, if you hovered over it, it'll play but won't play no sound. He looked like he was chilling.
No, because he did speak on some points that I thought was very strong. But we got to be honest, you know. His name is in that paperwork, and it kind of felt like a bush was being beat around. But I think he had a good reason to be beat around. And it kind of felt like a bush was being beat around. But I think he had a good reason to be beat around. I think people kind of got the Trenches News story confused. He wasn't there to witness nobody could run up on nobody with no blitz or nothing like that. He wasn't there. He didn't see that. This information didn't identify any killers. It didn't tell the story of FBG duck death or anything like that. The more you look into the paperwork, it kind of feels like maybe he might be guilty of just talking too much, just telling too much information when he didn't have to. Hit the like button. We're going to talk about that. Trenches News story is real big. Man. We need a lot of likes on this video, man. We got to break it again. We got to do about 5,000 likes. If we do that, we can push all the fake videos down and all the real videos about this case. I've been updating these case files every day because I feel like Duck is a legend in this shit. And we tired of the fake stories. You know, even if people acting like they giving you the real, we got the real over here and we're going to push these videos up. So hit the like button to help with the algorithms. 5,000 likes is the goal on this video. But Trenches News, he spoke. We seen him. It's like he been in the background watching all these videos. He said he ain't in witness protection. He ain't protecting his life. That's what he said. And I think what he said was honorable. He said some other shit too. YouTube boring and shit, like the whole world is missing him, you know. I think he got that swag. He's flamboyant. You can feel that. One thing I can say about Trenches News is he did say things that was honest, you know, to the point where, you know, he didn't really say anything to help Duck case. He didn't really snitch on like O-Block or anything like that. If you look at it, you know, he identified Muwak in the video that they showed him, allegedly. In the video...
Hold on. Wasn't this nigga the man saying he was snitching?
Oh, he identified Muwak in the video that they showed him, allegedly. And the video wasn't like a video of him killing nobody. It wasn't a video to say that these are one of the shooters or anything. It just said, do you know these people or anything like that? And I guess he noticed Muwak. It wasn't a crime scene video. And I think people don't understand that. But he did give information about when he used to be in O-Block, how it used to be ran, you know, some of the structures, things like that, some of the leadership. It talks about a lot of shit, man. It talks about Muwak rising in the gangs and all kind of shit like that. That's what the feds is alleging that MW said. But remember, this is all allegedly too, you know, but his name is in that paperwork. You know, I think people are just shocked to see his name in that paperwork. People are surprised. How did that happen, you know? You wasn't one of the young FBG members, even though you was around it. You know, you wasn't...
So did he play both sides or whatever people saying or what? Is that true?
You wasn't one of the young FBG members, even though you was around it. You know, you wasn't on the internet beefing with these guys. People didn't really know Trenches News. You know, so the fact that he's in that paperwork, people feel like he might have, you know, gave that information out freely, you know. But I think he moved up, and I think the feds rounded everybody up and wanted to talk to everybody, in my opinion. You know, they putting pressure on everybody. So I think he telling the truth when he say the feds came, the FBI came and talked to everybody. Just people ain't saying shit. It's a lot of initials in that paperwork, you know. But Muwak recently caught a break, though. He was able, I believe, a couple days ago, he was able to suppress emotion, put emotion in and suppress, you know, the identifications and shit. People saying they identified him on a video, you know, video very grainy, all kind of shit. So he was able to win emotion to get those files suppressed. I'm not sure if that's just suppressed so it don't leak to the media, or it's suppressed where people can't get that paperwork, or suppressed where they're not going to use it in the courtroom. Remember, I'm not a fucking lawyer, so
Okay.
you know, I've just been dropping these case files, keeping y'all updated on the case. But it seemed like Muwap got a win in not being able to get, you know, those identifications talked about inside that courtroom. So I think that's the win for him. So I don't think, you know, that's going to be used against him in those statements. But then again, it could just be a suppressant for the files not to be open, because there's a lot of files you can buy out, pacer.com and all kind of shit, and there's some files you can't buy. You know, they're locked. So I believe that might just be it too. So, you know, we're going to look back into that. But it looked like Muwap got a win as far as getting the identification suppressed, as people saying they see
I think that's enough, bro.
Now, what do the suppress mean? I'm not sure. You know, but I think, you know, Trench's News, you know, he spoke with the feds, he did, and I think he came off, you know, the right way, you know. It felt like he was beating around the bush, but at the end of the day, you know, his information didn't help convict nobody because they ain't been convicted. It does say that they're going to try to, he may be asked to testify. I don't think Trench's News is going to stand on no stand and testify. I think this trial is going to be a long time. I don't think this is going to be a 2-week trial. A lot of people are going to be called for testimony. I don't think a lot of people are going to do that. You ask me, Trench's News not going to testify.
I feel like everything's flip-flopping. Bro. Like, I could have sworn this man was so strong in that. Like, that man was snitching and everything. And now you just took his word for it? I'm confused.
People are going to be called for testimony. I don't think a lot of people are going to do that. You ask me, Trench's News not going to testify. Take him at what he say, you know. He say this what it is and this what it ain't. He say he was a cellmate with one of these guys, so the feds just wanted to know information about that. But that's just not what's all in the paper. You know?
I'm gonna have to watch that video.
The paperwork clearly says that, you know, MW gave strong information about, you know, the structure and how things was ran, which kind of, you know, cooperates their RICO case, in my opinion. But as far as kind of snitching on O Block, I don't really see that, anything like that. You know, and to be honest with you, Trench's News was cool with Duck, I guess. He was cool with FBG Duck. So, you know, they asking them questions, the feds asking questions, people just talking. You know, nobody is really trying to snitch or tell on nobody. But when the feds write it up, it kind of look like that, you know. The feds can come talk to your mom and your brother about a murder case, anything like that. And just seeing it. We seen Swag De Niro on a BET, you know, with his, I guess, mom or JoJo mom, and they're doing an interview about JoJo death. And JoJo mom like, you know, Chief Keef did something to my son. And Swag right there like, what the hell, you know? And everybody said Swag was on some police shit when he wasn't really on no police shit. It's just, it looked like that at the moment when ambushed with questions and shit like that. So I think that could be.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. That reminds me of that song, No It Don't from Sosa, if y'all know that song. In that song, bro, they said in the lyrics, he was like, in the lyrics, he was like, I told JoJo he don't want it. Like, you see, he did the call for the something like that. He was like, do it, thank God, that's a nah. No. You say, I don't remember it word for word. I ain't listen to it in a minute. That's my favorite, one of my favorite songs ever, though, from Sosa, though.
Did like that at the moment when ambushed with questions and shit like that. So I think that could have been the same thing with Trench's News. You know, feds come around, he hanging out, they see him, asking him questions because he know Duck, and he just talking to them like, man, shit, that O Block shit be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be out there wild as hell, and you know, it's wild as in Chicago and shit. Then they write that shit down, and it comes off as policing. You know, so you know, take everything with a grain of salt, but. A lot of people is doing videos on Trench's News because he is in the paperwork. They got something to do with a famous rapper losing their life and 5 O Block affiliates involved in this case and 1 THF member. And another guy. You got to remember, it was 7 people on this case. 1 person lost their life due to suicide. So this is very strong. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I guess Trench's News gonna tell you a little bit more about the case. But when the feds release some paperwork, man, and it's dropping people initials in it, that put people's life in danger. You know, a lot of these people live in these neighborhoods.
And then just because y'all taking everything they see on the internet is fact. Yeah, niggas probably thinking That boy's told. I'm finna go get him.
I dropped that paperwork. Don't mean a motherfucker got $2,000 to go move.
Really
You know, they got first month rent and second month security, and they able to move to another, you know, suburb or another town or something just because y'all put their name in the paperwork. Motherfuckers still gotta live in these communities. You know, the feds be putting motherfuckers' lives in danger. In my opinion, that was some dirty shit to put people's lives in danger, but it is what it is. You know, but like I say,
but then a nigga be like, you shouldn't even be talking.
Leave a comment. Let me know about what y'all think about this. But Trenches News say he ain't in witness protection. He says, you know what I'm saying, YouTube boring and all kind of shit. Leave him alone. And I get it. But you know, in this culture, when you get a name and you make a living off of doing videos about other people's business and, you know, people being rats and people doing shit, when your name get linked to this shit, it's the same way. I see videos about me on,
of course, don't come back.
I gotta deal with it, you know. But subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Hey man, y'all better tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, man. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, man. I'm out, man. No cap.